evening, everybody, and welcome back to another Friday Night Bingo. I am super excited that everybody is joining us. If you are actually just joining us, you're going to want to go to www.socialbingo.live. That's www.socialbingo.live to get your free cards to play along with us. And you should be, hopefully, fingers crossed that technology is working with us tonight, but you should be able to watch the show, interact in the chat section, as well as play the games. Fingers crossed, but this is a free show, so don't count your blessings there. Anyway, so my name is Fluffy. Thank you so much for joining us, and this is the Stay Safe Smart Ride Bingo. It's our little way of continuing to produce some type of monies and bring in some money to support 6 different agencies that the Smart Ride raises money for every year. And that includes Broward House, Metro Inclusive, Pride Lines, AIDS Help, Miracle Love, and Compass. And these are HIV not-for-profits that are located all the way through Florida, everything from the north to the south. So I'm super excited that you guys are part of it. And I'm even more excited because today we have Dixie Longate back, and I am so glad you are here. Oh my God, Dixie.
You're so sweet. I appreciate it. It's always so good to see you. It's better to see you than it is to see most people I know. And so that's a good. And can I just congratulate you on that opening title sequence was like, oh Lord, with all the numbers coming at you like this and everything. Lord. If somebody woke me up like that in the morning, I'd be like, what's happening? Where do I need to be? So that's amazing. Look at you. Good for you. I'm proud of you with all your technology. You're like almost like an Asian person. You're so good at all that stuff. So congratulations.
Yes, like, except I'm not short. I'm not short. I'm not closer to the keys, but anyway.
I know some tall Asian people. There was this one time I was at this book fair. I wasn't there to read or nothing, but there was the Asian guy that is real tall, and so I had to climb up on that ladder. You know the step ladder that they say to go to get the technical books on the top of the rungs on the shelves, So I climbed on that. I didn't get to the book stack, so I just moved the ladder by him, and I climbed up, and I'm like, how you doing? And he's like, hello.
Oh my God, that's funny.
After that, but I don't know. I know we don't have time for that now because we're doing bingo.
We're doing bingo, and you're not by yourself. We've got a studio audience, and welcome Tad and Bob, Rusty and Steven, Phil and John and Matt, Tony.
Look at all this.
Robert and Walter. Look at that, finally.
Rusty and Steven, look at your big old glasses, the one in the white. Which one is you, Rusty or Steven, the one with the white glasses?
Rusty. I'm Rusty.
I have a friend named Scooter. Has nothing to do with Rusty, but it makes me think of it because we did this thing one time in the back of his truck, and his truck is for Rusty. So it just makes me think of you. How are you? I hope everybody's doing good and smiling and keeping. Look at all this. Thank you for welcoming me back with you. It's so nice because I know the last time I did it, we had some technical issues where the show just stopped in the middle, and then you just went home, Fluffy. You just left.
I just totally got out. But I don't know if we can call those technical issues, but we're going to run with that.
Sometimes, most of my life is a technical issue. Even if so I don't even have to be around technology, and it's still a technical issue. So that's all right.
So funny. That's so funny. Oh gosh, and look, we even have a girl. What is happening here? And wait,
why is there an angry penis up there?
Oh, that's Wendy.
Oh,
hey guys.
Look at angry penis.
Would you buy a used car from that woman?
Anybody who has one of them in their front yard, I buy a used car from. I have a friend of mine. She's not so much a friend. She's someone that lives nearby. You have to be nice to her because otherwise people are going to disappear in the gullies. You have to be like, oh, I'm Mildred. How are you? But she has all them incredible lawn things in her front yard. And she started for the holidays with like Mary and Joseph and the baby Jesus. It wasn't really baby Jesus. It was a leprechaun she found. She wrapped it in a bath mat, but it was the right size. And they were out of But she had a bigger Jesus like that. It was the wiggle-armed inflatable Jesus. Every time I come, I'm like, thou shalt save $1,500 on looking out the Corolla. I kept thinking about it. So it was nice. But he was too big to put in the manger scene because he would have kept bashing the Mary in her face. That's sweet. I'm glad you had it. That's so sweet. Sorry about all the crap everywhere. This is because, as some of you know, I've been getting my trailer remodeled, and then now everything's got all exploded because of the hurricane the other day. So now everything had to be moved to stop up all the sogginess that came in. And so, yeah, so starting over all over again. That's all right. We'll get to it. So I apologize. I'm still in the kitchen. I'm not in my nice room where you're going to find like the booze. Yeah, that's the baby's room. Technically, is what it is. We moved the baby. Like, come on, I'm thirsty. That kid is so sweet. But that's the hardest thing about homeschooling. Fluffy, you know that, right? Homeschooling. For those of you how many have kids here? How many kids? And you're trying to do all that, right? Kids are so hard. As a mother it's like, oh, what are you opening there, Fluffy? I can hear you. Well, somebody opened something and I can feel it in my skirt. So it's just something. No, but I'm trying to learn math to teach these kids. And we're at my Dwayne, my 10-year-old, he's so sweet. He's learning fractions. And I was like, oh my God. And so I'm trying to learn him like in stories to make sense to him. Like, for example, how much chloroform do you use on the baby? Because like not so much, enough that they're going to sleep while you're having people over to do fun things, but not so much that when the social worker comes over, he's still a little groggy. Like, I don't want them to ask questions. So it's like math college. It's very important. Very important. That's delicious. I report to myself. Anyway, so we're gonna play bingo. Where did Fluffy go? I was seeing Fluffy up in the leads. He's the one man in this.
Oh no! I was actually. Do you guys? I didn't know if you guys could still hear me because I went backstage, so to speak, to try to get a setup for the Smart Right stuff.
You mean you went Tinkle? Did you go Tinkle?
Exactly. I totally went Tinkle. But I think we're going to do a single line bingo any direction. And up on your screen, you're going to see a little graphic that shows you that, well, all the B's. But we're going to be playing horizontal, vertical, or diagonal. But your four corners do not count. Four corners do not count. And so it is all up to you, Sweetie Pie.
All right. So I think I'm using the technology on my phone that you told me about. So we'll say choose the ball. Remember when you used G51? Now, do you have to do this each time to show y'all that that's what it did?
Yes, you have to do that each time. You have to push the ball.
Honey, look, I can do that each time. Do you want me to, or do you trust that I'm not going to say like Z75?
No, we trust you. You don't have to keep showing it to the screen.
Okay, because that's something you hear all the time. I trust you. You don't have to show me your balls every time. Boy, that was a midterm election I'll never forget. All them senators, they're like, yeah, I don't need to see your balls all the time, Senator. Okay, so G51 is the first one. I don't know if it goes anywhere, everybody sees anything. We're going to choose the next one. Are we ready?
Ready.
Okay, G58. G58.
Keith, are you putting the balls on the... Or she?
It should be. Hold on. Let's just take a look.
I'm Mr. Michael Davis.
Here they come.
All right. There we go. There we go.
There's technical. I think
no technical. We're good this year.
Look, Michael Davis popped up and he said hi from San Diego. Hi, Michael Davis. And I know Michael, he's so sweet. One time he came over with this pogo stick and he's like, you know how to use it. I'm like, I do. Obviously, I do. So that B58 was the last one. The next one's B11. B11. The B that makes the P, B11. Because it's like vitamin B when you put it in your mouth and then it makes you tinkle. I wouldn't have missed it. Oh, Denise H., aren't you sweeter than poop on a stick? I appreciate that. I wouldn't have missed you either, so that's nice. Everybody's so sweet. Look, 067, 2 away from our favorite number. 65, that's our favorite. Look, B11, lady legs to bingo. Look, see, Walter, you're so smart. The lady legs bingo. Because that's like, it looks like 2 legs. If somebody was real skinny and had no knees, they'd walk on legs, on 11s. Okay, B4. Not after, but B4. What's been going on with you, Fluffy? It's been forever since I got an opportunity to see on anything. Y'all doing good?
Yeah, no, I mean, we've been really good. So, obviously all of us are dealing with the COVID world. And I think that, we've all gotten very used to seeing each other, just the top part. So, I think when we're back in front of people that we're not going to know how to dress our bottom parts.
I mean, I know how to address my bottom parts. I don't know why it's a challenge for people.
Right? Fluffy, did you forget how that works?
I think I did.
I'll send you a tutorial that I remember from when I was little.
Yeah, we're not gonna push the camera down. That's
no. Listen, who wants to see that? No, because that they were saying that they did a big story that said that the like manufacture, like the clothing manufacturing alliance of North America or whatever, like the people who make and sell all the clothes, they did a story like 2 months ago saying that the basically bottoms had just dropped off because like nobody's buying any of them. So people would do like one polo and a half collared shirt, and then nobody's buying no pants. So they're like, we have all these pants, and we don't got nobody wants to buy them. I was like, that should be like normal days, not just on the COVIDs, So that way you can be like, nobody's got pants on. Let's go out. All right,
Agreed.
M32.
That's funny.
M32. Now, is there somewhere, I'm not seen it, but is there somewhere that you're showing all these numbers, or you're just listening to my pretty voice and just saying, yay?
Yeah, so if people go to socialbingo.live, that game is going on. You don't have to worry about that, Dixie. We've got that under control.
Oh, thank the Lord, because I'm so worried.
Yes, your balls are showing. Yes.
I-24. I'm showing my balls. I-24.
Yes, we see them.
Look. Penny, y'all so sweet. I missed y'all. Well, you've been doing that. I've been doing all this other crap. So, I-24, that's what they called it, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, G46. G46. Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't even got my hair cut in all this time. I'm going to get my hair chopped off, which is so it's all getting unruly and everything. And when you're having sex a lot and usually you can just go like that and fluff it out your face and it's fine. But now you're like chewing on your hair half the time, and then you got to move it out to chew on other things. It's like, this is a hassle.
So what have your kids been doing during COVID? What have you been doing with your kids?
You know what? I've been trying to do my kids fun things, but we've run down a bit. And I was so hoping that they was going to let kids go back to school, but they're like, no, don't go back to school, which means that I had to get a whole nother group of puzzles and crap for kids to do food now. And so this just came to the mail. I'm very excited. It's a birdhouse for Asian birds. So isn't that nice? So we're going to build it. You got to come through everything you see here, instructions in a foreign language. So it's like going to language class at the same time as going to shop class. So this is like an Asian lesbian's nightmare. And if you can find an Asian lesbian, that's the single rarest thing you've ever found in the world. So if you get one, really,
Margaret Cho kind of one.
You rub onto that thing, it'll give you a wish. Listen, sometimes B2, second to the first number on the board. B2, not B1, but B2. All right. Yeah, I don't know when the kids are going back to school. They just sit on that little computer, and I was like, "Are you done yet? Because I need to download something." I-20. Yes, I am according to the ID.
So, we didn't even talk about what we're playing for this time. Everybody was so interested in just having you call their balls. We're actually going to be...
Are we going to play for bottoms?
There we go.
Play for bottoms?
Robert.
So today we're going to be playing for Bingo Queen shirt, honey. Bingo Queen shirt. The winner of the first game is going to get a Bingo Queen shirt.
It's yours, Wendy.
I take a large, Keith. Is that large?
Yeah, just go ahead and put it in the mouth.
It's a triple large, honey.
But what size shirt, Robert? It's the COVID size.
It's COVID size.
You are so sweet. I've been drinking so much since COVID. I haven't gained a pound because it's all liquid diet, for me. So it's fine. I don't feel like I've had any issues at all. All right, ready? Now we're gonna go B3. B3. We just did I-20. We're on B3. Yeah, I didn't got nothing. I didn't even gained a pound.
I want to know what Wendy has on her straw. Do you have like a safety slipper on your straw, Wendy? Is it?
Yeah, I got one of those. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
so
like a
you're-
rubber thing.
Oh,
So
so
I
you
don't
don't
hit
fall off.
There's an alcohol
What?
gauge.
Yes, so I don't fall off. No, I don't like the metal on my teeth.
Oh.
I remember that. I was at this one store, and they're like, "Here's some metal thing. Put this in your mouth and try it." And then they put the batteries on. I was like, and I totally know what you're saying. It takes so, and then if the dentist is closed, you got to get out a nail file and do it yourself. I've never seen one of those, Randy. That's so beautiful. You put it right on there and then set through it.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Did we do B3 yet? Did we do B3?
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry.
Yeah.
All right, G57. Not before, but G57. Just makes me giggle. Good, I got to dress up Jesus on the thing. So he's a lamb,
Aw.
his lamb head, and we can give him another lamb. Here's Jesus with another lamb. We can give him. Oh, let's dress him up because he's gonna go voting. So here we go. Look there.
He's COVID ready.
Oh my
It's
god!
nice to have a magnetic Jesus that you can dress up because you never know when he's going to be invited to, a wedding or something.
Or to the Last Supper. I don't know.
Yeah, right?
The Last Supper. Wasn't that something? Trying to get everybody on a Friday night and sit on the same side of the table. Jesus.
That was Keith expert seating.
What happened? What?
I said that was Keith expert seating.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I said just on one side. You're the head table, so to speak. Anyway.
Exactly.
Well, she had to push two tables together, which she wouldn't have been able to do during COVID because of the, social distancing and everything. So if it was COVID, they never would have been able to have that story. B1, it's the first B in the ball. The ball in the car, whatever. I don't know how to watch B1.
Speaking
What's
of
in your
from the
lesbian
beginning,
cup?
I know. But sports just baffle me. I don't know how
There
it
she
works.
She froze for a little bit.
So much. I'm thinking like I'm gonna have a seizure, and then we'll have to throw up on my keyboard because you're like moving us around. Like somebody grabs you from the go over here, and so then they like turn you over a couple times, and you're like, and then you get down the hill, and you're like, well, no. Remember when that's like? So that's what it feels like right now. B1, I-21.
Oh my God, that's funny.
My friend, Mr. Tony, he's outside. Mr. Tony. Out
I
of that.
am.
feather.
It's my back deck.
Well,
Oh, your back deck.
isn't it nice that you have a back deck? I
How
had
big is your deck?
and I don't have that anymore.
Where's he?
It is my deck. You have to be careful how you pronounce that word.
Deck?
That's
Yeah.
a big picture like they're saying doc or something else.
only
You have a big
Australians.
deck, I guess. Mm.
All right, N34. I had a little street that we used to crawl out on, but it got washed up in the hurricane that just came. Hurricane Sally took it and put it in somebody else's yard. So now I got to go hunting up and down the trailer park looking for it because I don't know where it went to. Lord, such a hassle. It was so nice because my friend built it, and it just covered their like hole in the bottom of the lattice work that goes around the trailer, so that the coyotes don't get in. Because otherwise, the coyotes are always like in there, like, "Where's that baby?" Because we have a neighbor who always lets her baby off the leash, and then the baby comes crawling underneath, and I don't want to get the baby out. And then the coyotes are all like, "Baby," and you're like, "Oh God," And then
Oh, God.
and everything. All right,
Oh, gosh.
36. M36. I know
Did your swimming pool blow away this time?
No, that was not I don't have a swimming pool, but my neighbor, Miss Sheila Dunbody across the way has a swimming pool. And honey, the fact that The only reason her trailer still exists is because it's actually a house and it's down to the ground because it was so windy on their side of it. It filled up the gully. I didn't even have to, I could have swum right over. I wouldn't have even been able to get in. I could have just walked out my door in the back and just walked. But now there are 3 new trailers blocking my view, so I don't get to see her. So I'm going to have to go around and be like, oh, I hope the grandbabies are okay. You know, I got to do it convincing, like I care about it. Like, oh, no, the grandbabies. I don't know how Meryl Streep does it. All right, look. Choose the bingo ball. N43. N43.
Oh,
if I was doing it as Streep, I could do it in all the different languages that she does it in. I could be like, oh no, a dingo ate your baby.
I can barely understand this voice.
Like, she's so talented. I don't even know how she does it all. All right, now the next one, I-25. That is a freeway I was on in the late 80s with somebody in a truck and ended up finding a dead body by accident. And then you have to turn into police. Be like, oh, no, I didn't have nothing to do with it. You know, and then they come and take it off. But I-25, that was a fun road to be on back in the day. All right, now, 075, final number on the board, 075.
My goodness. And so have you been dieting during this time? Are you because you mentioned liquid diet. Have you
what?
lost?
It's not that I've been dieting. I've been so busy with the kids and with other things that have nothing to do with the kids that I keep forgetting to eat. And then I was like, oh Lord. And then, they were like, hey, Mama, go into the place with the food. And I was like, my neighbor's house. And they're like, no, the place with the refrigerator. And I'm like, nothing, the bar? And they're like, no, the kitchen. And I was like, oh, is that what that room is called? I never knew, like, what the name of the room was that I'm sitting in right now. I just knew that it was nearest where the bar was with all the refrigerated stuff. Because this is the ice maker. But apparently there's food in it. I didn't even know. So I've just been eating, and then sometimes, when you forget to eat, when you roll out of bed early, like 11:30, and you're like, oh no, I'm probably hungry. But then you left something on the side stoop of the table by the bed right before, like you did it with the place where the cat doesn't get up and then lick its crotch and then push stuff off because cats are just idiots that way. But so I have like a full drink from the night before because I planned ahead, and then I get out of bed and I was like, oh, I don't want to go make food when this is so satisfying. So I just do that most of the rest of the time. And then all of a sudden you step on the scale and you realize I've lost 38 pounds. I didn't have a distribution system. I just never made it in the kitchen, and that's fine. It's good. I think they're like, oh my Lord, she went back and fit in her wedding dress. Well, I don't have any of mine, so I went to a wedding store and I'm like, can I try some on that would have been my size 25 years ago? And they're like, sure, lady. My wedding dress is so nice. I chose the nice ones. Obviously, I'm not going to put in the crap that I put in. I didn't have all the money or nothing that I did. And so that back then, my wedding dress was like, basically overalls with fringe. So there's that. 075. 072. All right. 072.
That's funny. Oh my God. You're killing
I
me.
wonder what Jesus would be saying right now. Let's put some sunglasses on. Look. There you go, Jesus. Now, look. Oh no, that's an eye mask, so he can sleep and not even protect us. Oh, it's got a baseline see on it. Look, ready? Yes, yo. Yeah, he is just crazy.
Dixie, why don't you have any of your kids' drawings on your face?
I did, and then all of a sudden they got really wet, and when I spilled water on them, and then I was like, oh no, they look terrible now, so I had to take them off. I had a bunch of them the other. You know what I found the other day? When you was young, and then you make the Thanksgiving, you do your hand like that, and then you make it into a turkey. That is so fun. So my kids was doing that. My little one's so clever. He just did a whole pre-wrapped butterball. Just wrote all there. I was like, do a turkey, and that's the only kind he knows. So that's what he did. And I was like, oh. And then he took a couple of beans. When you're like, then you put beans under it. It was supposed to be, dried beans, obviously, but we had a can of chili we hadn't used in a while. So damn it, Donna. It smelled delicious, but I was like, I can't put that up on the, on the refrigerator because then it's going to have critters going to come get it. You don't need that. The last thing I need is more critters in here. I'm already trying to fend off half the people from the auto mechanics and the AT&T guy who came in to wiggle with my Wi-Fi. So I'm just like, no, it's no time. But 070, we're going all through those right now. 070, 070.
Oh my.
Oh my. Oh my. It's so funny. He's disappeared and then coming back and disappearing and then coming back. You're like a David Copperfield special from 1987.
He made his hair disappear.
Remember Doug Henning? Doug Henning was my favorite. He had hair like mine, that huge ass hair, and he was just like magic. And he looked like he just got out of a regional production of Godspell. Look, all right, now N42. N42. See how that goes. Look.
Well, I'm a little bit like the Wizard of Oz. I keep having to go behind the curtain to do my thing.
Yeah.
That's how. I don't even want to know.
Wow.
We're going to hear the moaning.
You want to borrow this?
Thought you said don't put the camera down.
God, yeah.
You don't have
Do you or do you not?
I-22. I-22. Denise, aren't you sweet?
Bingo.
Denise, is there bingo?
I heard bingo.
Yeah.
Don't believe it. Don't believe it. Oh, Tony won bingo. Good for you, Tony. Congratulations.
Hey,
Look at you. Yay.
So Red, and he wins, and then he's got the Bingo Queen t-shirt, and then he's also got the back deck, and he's got his own heating. Like, oh my Lord, what do you own, a cheesecake factory? Look at all that shenanigans he's got.
I don't think this belongs to anybody else but you, Tony. I think this shirt is super appropriate.
I've been to a lot of bingo games. A lot.
That is such a guy magnet shirt.
Yes. You should know.
Tony is a tall drink of water, so he's gonna need a tall man's one. And then he can do what we do when we outgrow stuff. You go fringe it from the bottom, put a couple of Dorito stands on it, and wear it to NASCAR. You're all set up.
All right, so our next game is going to be tops or bottoms. You can either be a top or you can either be a bottom. You can't be both. Not here in Wilton Manors, that's for sure. Anyway, versatile, my ass. So anyway, you can be
Your ass is versatile.
you can be a top or you can be a bottom. If you're on the socialbingo.live, your new game should have come. What? Come? What?
We're not top heavy, are we?
Display.
Thank you. Thank you very much as I sputter.
If not,
Anyway.
hit the new card button on
Where's their heart?
Anyway. So this time, what are we playing for this time? We're going to play for a Speedo. No. We're going to play for a Baby's Coffee mask. If you are part of the Smart Ride, you know Baby's Coffee. And so this mask is for you. You can double it for a mask or a Speedo, depending on whatever you want to put your face in. I don't care. Anyway.
There's no better drink for a baby than coffee. I mean, the Italians know that. What is this one piece of hair just sticking out? You ever do that? You ever get something in the back of your hair and you're like, oh, a bird?
All the time.
All the time.
All the time it's in my hair, girl. All the time.
All the time. All right, we're going to get started. Ready? 065. 065. Now, wait, so it's going to be just the top and the bottom, right?
Just tops or bottoms. Just tops.
You get to call everything.
That's
yes,
what they
call
said
everything.
at the DMV. I'll call it all. Don't you worry. I'll call it all. Look, N42. N42. Oh, that's our favorite one. Y'all, if you've been with us before, you've heard that story. I was calling bingo one time by mistake on a cruise ship. There's a lot of letters in that sentence I don't understand either. And when I was doing it, they said, the bingo caller said, oh, the most famous street in all of New York, N42. And I was like, what? And he said, "It's my son's name." I was like, "N42 ain't a street." And oh, you mean 42nd Street? Okay, first of all, Broadway is the most famous street in New York. Second of all, it's not N42, it's 42nd Street. They're kind of different. Okay, so yeah, every time we just say N42, the most famous street in New York City. Okay, so we'll only say that but we're only gonna call that like one more time, and then it's not even gonna stick. So
Well, there was a miracle that happened, on 42nd.
There was a miracle that happened on 42nd Street. And what was that miracle? That miracle was the banks hadn't closed down, we would all be fine today.
Macy's was open on Christmas Eve.
Yeah. Go in there.
Carol had or something, got a wish or something.
I don't know. She's like, you know what happens when a bell rings? I'm like, yeah, somebody else comes. It's like a turnstile.
Oh, yeah.
I-30. I-30.
Somebody from Lawrence or Illinois.
We missed you, Miss Dixie.
You're so great. Honey, you know I love doing these. I've been so busy. I have a gigantic project that I'm working on right now. And if you follow me on my social media, you'll start to hear me talk about it. But I've been working on something very, 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 very big, and so it's taking a lot of time. And so, but you'll be seeing me. But I'll be, I got some stuff coming up. So just stay tuned. It's gonna be big. So, and it's taken a couple of months to just put everything together on it. So that's why. Doesn't mean I don't love you. It just means I've been busy. When your mama's like, it's not that I don't love you. It's just I'm real busy and I don't have time for you right now. Okay, so like that. That's what it's like. I-25. But then next time you see me, hopefully I'll be in my new office. It's like where I moved the baby out of the way and put a changing screen that I got from Pier 1 before they went out of business, and I painted the wall, and I'm like, look, it's a new office or whatever. And so and I'm doing the biggest and stuff from that. So I won't be able to have Jesus behind me, maybe Jesus, but that's all right. It's all right. We'll find it. But maybe I'll have the Asian birdhouse done with the kid. I don't know how my kid's going to do that. That's like a lot of complicatedness. They don't even have the Americans. So we live living room and front deck for a better view. What are you viewing? You're in a tree. This is gonna hung in a tree. Guys, I-25. Did I call that already? You know how sometimes All right. Don't get all moody. I'll do it. B15. Not before, but B15.
Why is it every time we play tops or bottoms, I'm always in the middle?
Yeah.
Agreed.
Liar.
Who said that?
You want to help everybody. You're a giver. You're just
free space doesn't count anyway.
Carrier, so just be.
I got a free space.
I don't know.
And a shirt.
I hope Miss Peggy from the church signed on today. I was really feeling her telling her, come, it's so nice. It's all Christian. Yeah. I-19.
I-19.
All together.
I feel like we just stepped into the special ed class. What is happening here? What is happening here?
Walter's saying is the row of FS versatile. Which is the row of FS?
The middle.
Middle.
Oh, free space.
You can make whatever you want versatile. You know how sometimes people will put on a hat when they really just want to wear a bow? See, sometimes you can just be versatile like that. It's nice. It helps. We call that Tuesday. All right, I-19. And then right next to it, I-21. You like my little feather earrings?
You're very tribal. Like an Indian.
My goodness.
I got these at the Target. I thought they were nice. They're cute. No, I like them. Sometimes I get them in my hair, but there's a lot of.
You kill that little bird instead of the birdhouse.
No, I'm thinking it's like an Indian baby, like Indian giving. You give the baby back. Anyway. Sorry.
It's very share.
It is very share.
Well, don't compare me to a dead woman. That's not nice. G46. G46. Oh, my computer's saying verifying file. Shit, I hope nothing cuts out. If it cuts out, I'll be back. My computer's doing. You know when your computer wags their finger at you, you just feel inferior about everything. All right, G46. Now the next one, G58. G58.
Looks like him.
Now, for everybody that's new that's joining us out here, Fluffy, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about the social media, what we do, about the Smart Ride, about the fundraising that we're doing through this, and what's all happening.
Yep. So this is just kind of our little way to continue to hopefully inspire and raise a few funds for the 6 different charities that are throughout Florida. One of the things that we're going to be doing differently this year with the Smart Ride because of COVID is that we're going to reimagine the 165 miles. So in the past, if you had been part of the Smart Ride, you would have been doing 165 miles in 2 days from Miami to Key West. Well, obviously this year it's not that same, so we're going to reimagine it. And so you actually have 3 days versus 2. 3 days, and it's 165 miles of whatever you want to do. That's up to you. And of course, I think Rusty is probably thinking dirty on the 165. But anyway, 165 shots, 165 push-ups, 165 of whatever you want, and then we're going to be sharing it through the Smart Ride app, and so that way you can be part of everything. There you go. Done.
That's awesome. Oh my God, I love that. So people can do people can sign up to do the Smart Ride and then get donations from people, and then it's all going to be collectively put on the website so that everybody can experience. So it can be 165 times. So I did that thing where I hung from the ceiling fan with my leg like that. It can be all things, but we can still drive 165 miles an hour. Does that count? Does that count?
That absolutely does count. You can do 165 high kicks. We can do 165 outfit changes. I think Rusty, you said
165 shots.
165 people doing a shot. Let's.
Oh my God!
Right there.
I'm training right now.
165 people doing shots.
And
I'm just doing 165 beers.
Well, I'm just gonna
Oh,
put this
yeah,
out there.
that's right.
Bottles of beer on the wall.
Can we tag team?
Oh my God! Well, we're gonna put this out to hunters. Hunters, if you're listening or watching, 165 shots for the Smart Ride. I'm just saying.
That's awesome. Oh my God, I love that. And it's great. And then again, for those who are new with us, so what the Smart Ride does, Fluffy, do you want to tell them about the organizations that the Smart Ride ends up helping?
Well, actually, I'm going to leave that up to Jonathan. Hey, Jonathan, why don't you tell us a little bit about the
Smart Ride? I hope you're wearing pants.
It's okay.
Just a little.
Oh, yeah. Hey, that's what I'm talking. Hold on, let me rewind that and freeze frame.
Fix the zipper, Jonathan.
It was fixed.
Stand up.
Anyway, Jonathan, tell us a little bit about the Smart Ride, what it does.
So the Smart Ride, which started in 2003, has raised almost $12 million for agencies that serve those affected and affected by AIDS and HIV throughout Florida. Sorry, somebody's making a cocktail behind me. We serve 6 benefiting agencies. You pointed them out earlier: Miracle of Love, Metro Wellness, and Miracle of Love in Orlando, Metro Wellness in Tampa, Compass in Palm Beach County, Broward House in Broward, Pride Lines in Miami, and AIDS Health in Monroe County.
That's impressive.
And as you all pointed out earlier, this year's reimagined so that any measurable metric of 165, because that's what we usually do is 165 miles, counts. So you choose how you're going to 165, and the weekend of November 20th, you can participate by executing that, and between now and then, raise as much money as possible, because all of the agencies were not able to fundraise this year because of COVID. So they are basically at a $1 million deficit in their funds that help support them. So we're trying to get them as much money as possible.
Absolutely. Wow. And you can click a donate button.
Yeah, there's a donate button. You can donate. And, like, we're just going to keep talking at the same time. That's adorable. That's one of the points that I was talking about. That's really great to drive home. What he was saying is because so many organizations are not able to do their big fundraisers, their big galas, their big, in your case, the ride itself, you can't do those things this year. So all of those things that normally raise money are not happening, which means there's a giant deficit in the fundraising that's happening for so many organizations. So it's little things like this help these organizations to continue to do the work that they're doing. All right. So thank you for being on this with us today. Thank you for having fun with us today. And this is just a little drop in the bucket of helping these great organizations that the Smart Ride always benefits. So that's awesome. Oh my God.
Thank you for your time, Dixie.
Can I be the bearer of the worst news ever? I just got an alert that Ruth Bader Ginsburg has passed away.
Oh, wow. What?
Yes.
No.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Maybe I should not say anything till later.
Well, I was about to say, I mean, oh my God.
No.
So.
Oh, well, hello, down. Okay, we will talk about that at the end of the show.
We will talk about that at the end of the show, but right now, G58. Did I call that already? G58?
You did.
062.
062. Look, everybody's like, forget my bingo game. Let me go look at my phone.
Yeah, I just got the notification too, so.
Well, that's all right. We're getting
now my whole
fine. I mean,
we're getting close to election time, guys. We can make the difference.
062. The next one is I-28. I-28.
Absolutely. I-28. Remember, we're going for tops or bottoms.
Tops or bottoms. So 5 across top, all the top ones or all the bottom ones. 068. Jennifer 2. I'll owe you one later.
That's funny.
This is easier to do it on the little phone than it is to wind that big thing with my arm and make all the balls come out and be like, oh no. G55.
When all the balls come out and hit your face, it's horrendous.
All the time. And then sometimes when you open your mouth and you're like, that's the one, and then it's clearly not. And you're like, oh,
and then it's all salty and you have to get a big glass of water because of all. Never mind.
Yeah, I know. Or you have to brush your tongue this way to get off all the excess stuff. N37. Look, best news ever. 069. Oh, God. It's real. Dinner for 2, sauce and 9. Okay.
Sausages. Dinner for 2.
Vienna sausages. They're so small and they come in that really. Yeah, I don't know that anybody would actually want to eat one of them. It's just something. All right.
sometimes they have their own sauce too, though.
Do what?
Sometimes they have their own sauce.
Oh my God.
This is what I have to put myself through on a Friday night. I'm very busy.
You're a saint, sweetheart. You're a saint.
I tell the kids, get out the trailer. You might hear things I don't want you to hear. So, I-22.
Comes with their own sauce. Oh my God, Rusty.
Well, they do. Check them out.
Why does Wendy have a super soaker?
Pull the lid back. That top.
074.
Oh no, that is funny. Oh,
I know
God.
what's going on.
Sorry.
But,
It's my cat trainer.
Yeah, well, I was that for the cat. Don't you hate when, the worst thing about cats is when you're having sex with somebody accidentally or by mistake and it's not that good. And then so you go to the bedroom and you're on the bed laying down and you're like, oh, if I can just reach the remote, at least I can change the channel and watch something better than whatever he's doing down there. And then the cat jumps up and sits on the remote. So every time you go to reach over for it, the cat hisses at you. And then the cat just to spite you lifts its leg and just starts licking its crotch. Going, look, I'm having more fun than you. And you're like, I get it. Stop. I hate that. All right, so B7.
I don't even know how to respond to that.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Check the lesbian manual. You'll figure it out.
That and how to
lesbian manuals. All right, look.
Well, and that and how to build a
Really?
house. That and how to build an Asian house.
No, 75. No, if I was building this and I had a cat around, the cat would knock every piece of this off the damn table, and I'd have to spend my day picking up things. I'd be like, "Oh Lord, what does that go to?" I don't know because I can't read the instructions because they're not in my language. So,
Oh, don't you hate those?
and just it's enough to make you want to punch a baby in the face. Oh, 75.
Siri will help you out.
No.
With punching a
You know
baby in
what?
the face?
Try
I don't
Google
understand.
Translator.
Can I do? How do you Google translate this?
There's a feature on, I think, the app where you can take a picture of something and it will translate it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
and real
well,
time.
all right.
Well, I got lots of things I can take pictures of and see if I can get translated. Anyway.
I thought they
You
did
mean
it
large.
wrong.
You mean
And I
large.
didn't have to do with the time that he's on his hands upside down, pushing on the word.
By the way, Dixie, what was the last number you called?
I-18. I did 075 and I-18.
Thank you. Sorry.
Honey, it's fine. I know things get confusing with numbers after a while. Hard to get older, isn't it, Fluffy? I
It's
get
totally
it. I
true.
get it.
True.
N45. N45. N45.
Oh, I almost called the wrong number.
Yeah.
Ian, 45.
N45. N45.
I think I missed some numbers.
N45 and then 071. Is anybody close?
Two
Like, are
away.
you close enough to make that sort of like
Close to nothing.
Run away.
It's broken.
Not even breathing hard.
Look at it.
Keep playing with the balls. Keep playing with the
Okay,
balls.
man.
I still have
Somebody else.
one that has nothing.
Well,
My
You have
balls
to
are
push the-
Absolutely nothing.
I don't
You have
even
to
know
push
what
the
to say to that.
numbers.
you know what's a good thing to do when that's the case, Wendy? Put that little thing in your mouth that has the tip on it so it doesn't scratch your teeth. That'll do it.
Like this?
Yes.
Oh, now we gotta have a man.
Ooh.
Yeah. Where's your
If you
wiggly
weren't-
arm?
If
Where's
you
your
weren't
wiggly
married,
Who?
you
Me? I'm married.
aren't you? Yeah, if you weren't
Yes.
married.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
arm? See, you can fill in anything you want to in the blank that comes after that. If you weren't married, I'd buy more peanut butter for the dog to have fun with. Okay, 071. And then
First, I'd have to get a dog.
N31. How are you a lesbian without a dog? That's just wrong. I think you're undercover.
You might have to get
No, I don't
Well, I
have a
find
dog.
it crazy that she goes, first I need to get a dog. I'm like, what? It's like a step-by-step of gross. Anyway.
Yeah, there's usually a
I was
different order to become a
It's one
lesbian.
at a time.
N31. N31. Not after, but before. It's never not funny. I like it. I remember that at the Presbyterian church when they were doing bingo when I was really young, and I went to visit a friend of mine because I'm a Southern Baptist, so I never went to the Presbyterian church. Oh my God, that's the best fun thing ever. Because that lady had a dauber and she was really aggressive with it, and I was like, I know I'm going to like that shape later on in my life, and I did. G51. G51.
Oh, wow.
So, Dixie, have you ever had to adopt a child or take care of somebody else's kid?
Oh yeah, no, not adopt a child. Jeez, I'm not an idiot. I'm Southern, but I'm not dumb. No, I've had to take care of somebody else's kid. One time, my neighbor, she across the street, she was like, "Hey, I'm going on, vacation for 3 months to the penitentiary," and I was like, "Oh, gross." And she's like, "Will you take care of my baby?" And I'm like, I think she took that as a yes. I didn't really answer. I just rolled my eyes real loud. And so she left, in the squad car. And then I was like, oh, no, the baby's inside. So I just basically locked the door and made sure it never got out. And then every once in a while, I'd throw like a 100-man frozen dinner in there and be like, good luck. So, really quiet, didn't really cause a ruckus. So I'm assuming if it lived, okay. G51.
Oh, you already called that.
64. Kids are a hassle. They ask questions and they want stuff like, food or
All
whatever.
the time.
All the time. Mama, can I have, dinner? I was like, I'm having it now. Make your own. They
I said the other day, my daughter was like, Mom. I'm like, Mom has clocked out for the evening. Deal with it yourself.
That's mommy
Right?
juice. That's mommy
What a
juice time.
humanitarian.
Yes.
Try to push her off the bridge, and she won't go. And she's like, I'll tell somebody, or whatever. Like, that's gross.
Funny. That's funny.
N38.
And what?
N38.
Oh, did we have Walter? Did we have the 2 ducks? I didn't even see. Did we have the 2 ducks? We did have the 2 ducks. I always think the I-22. It looks like 2 ducks. I'm like, it don't look like 2 ducks. I've never once gone into a park with a bunch of breadcrumbs and been like, where are the 2s swimming around? I don't see them. I never get it. N38. Did I say that N38?
Yeah.
G53. Y'all are so neighborly, each and every one of y'all.
So has anybody ever nominated you for a Nobel Peace Prize? Because you just seem to keep the peace everywhere you go.
I do. I like to make peace. Why? So, nobody's ever nominated me for anything. Nothing, never. Not ever. I know, doesn't it make you want to kick a skunk? I hate that. Look, I know. I try to be humanitarian. Y'all are having the best night ever, so tune in. Linda, we are having fun. We're having more fun than you can shake a stick at. You ever shaking a stick? Shaking a stick is not fun. I was one night, I was like, why do people say that? More fun than you can shake it with. And I took a stick and I shook it for like a long time. This doesn't do nothing. Now, you can change the angle and then it's different, but this is not what I'm doing. I'm shaking.
Still hurt. Man.
Dixie, you have to shake the stick and then you have to put it on the electric fence, and then that's what it is from. That's from the south too. So yeah, you shake the stick and then you touch the electric fence, and then.
All right, I love that you think I live anywhere near an electric fence. What kind of?
That's the Kentucky boy talking.
Listen, if there was an electric fence, we would all have been electrocuted in the storm, and then everybody in the southern part of Mobile would have been like this. No, they can't find out we got too much rain, and then everybody just swims around.
Perhaps you may get some peace and quiet.
What? Who gets peace and quiet? What is
you do it. If you had the electric fence and everybody went, then nobody would bother you, and you have no kids to watch.
Most of the time, nobody bothers me now, and if they do, that's what the chloroform of the baby's room is for. Like
I forgot.
Silver lining.
I'm trying here. I'm trying. It's been a rough 3 weeks, people.
24.
Well, and don't trust Rusty because he had a stick in his ass a couple of weeks ago.
That's
an actual true story.
I want to know what he had in his ass. I go away for 2 weeks, and all of a sudden,
I don't even know.
And 33. I got some in my mouth. You ever get something in your mouth and you're like,
yeah, right.
Yeah, that's the final sound a pubic hair makes.
Yeah.
Some of us just call it aggressive flossing. It's fine.
And we hit PG-13.
Oh, 63. How are we this many balls in and we got nobody? Is anybody even close?
I'm 1 away.
I'm close. I have 2 that. Yeah.
1 away.
1 away.
So close, she just keeps. She can't even finish a sentence.
I don't.
Okay. I was 70.
What?
What?
I was 72.
Oh, there we go.
Oh.
That's like that thing. It's my Atlantic or whatever that is. You know when they're like, hey, you otherwise they're having fun, and now you have gastric bypass surgery. You're in the middle of a park playing with and you're like, no, I don't ever have that. Those commercials make me. Do you know what commercial makes me the craziest? Is that one for the Color Guard where you're like, hey, you know what I'm talking about? Where it's like, you don't want to go to the doctor. You don't want to get that swab or that finger in there. You know,
a little box that walks around.
If you got colon cancer, poop in a cup and mail it to us. What?
Oh, it's a cute little box.
With that cute,
Yes.
that cute little box is distract you from the fact that somebody right now is sending their poop through the mail next to you.
Don't you feel sorry for the mail people?
I know, Aunt Becky. You know how many times the mail people have actually gotten it addressed to the wrong place, and you're like, "Oh my Lord!" Your Aunt Becky was sending you brownies. You open up somebody's color guard box by mistake, and you're like, "Aunt Becky, these brownies are a little bit different than I'm used to." I just don't. I don't trust it. And then what happens if they screw up the poop? Oh, we got. Can you imagine being the FedEx man that has to drop off that at their lab every day? 45,000 loads of poop. Here you go.
Oh, so we have a bingo. Larry Schwartz. Congratulations. With Larry Schwartz. Let the Schwartz be with you.
Wait a minute. Shouldn't he be observing Rosh Hashanah?
Yes, right.
Yeah, not too bad.
Anyway, so Larry Schwartz, you have won a what is this? Oh, that's right.
Oh.
You won a used Speedo. Just put your face right there. You're going to be good. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's actually all the time we're going to have for bingo tonight. Oh, yes. I know.
Oh, Walter's excited.
Because I was chatting too much.
It was the best. Are you kidding? That was awesome. That was awesome. And yeah, I mean, I don't know if we can pull something out in 3.5 minutes. Shut up. Anyway.
I can talk to him. I don't think he was going to look. What's he putting up there?
What?
Fantastic. Look at that.
Yes, he can spell. Good for you. Anyway.
Worst dating app ever.
Oh, Lord, there's something wrong with each and every one of you. And I'm proud to know all y'all. Well, I hope everybody's having a good day so far. I hope that everybody's week is going well. And, you know, keep drinking, and let's all take a minute to lift a glass to Miss Ruth Bader Ginsburg. That is bless her heart for doing so much.
Oh my gosh.
So we'll and you know what? But better days ahead. That's the most important thing. We'll get better days ahead.
November, what, 4th?
Third.
Wait, November 3rd. Better days ahead. November 3rd.
Somebody be sure he just mails in his ballot.
What happened? I can't hear. What happened?
Look more signs to come back.
Dylan was just leaving. Sorry, Dylan was just leaving. Anyway.
Now, is there another same bat time and same bat
Been
channel?
there, Dylan.
Exactly. So every Friday at 7 o'clock, join us for another Stay Safe Bingo. I just want to say thank you to Dixie Longate.
Thank you for having me. If it wasn't for y'all, I'd be doing something else with other people. Appreciate that.
Awesome. I just want to say thank you to our studio audience as well. You guys were amazing, except for Wendy. You were okay. Anyway, everybody else was awesome, and thank you for being part of it. If you'd like to donate, don't forget to click that donate button that you see somewhere around my face. It's not on my face. Anyway, around my face.
Keith, real quick. Anyone can participate this year in the Smart Ride. You don't have to ride a bike. You can do sit-ups. You can swim. You can do whatever. Everyone can raise money, so do it.
That sounds like a lot of exercise. So don't assume you have to do something that's exercise.
You ain't got to exercise.
You don't. You can eat 165 something. 165 Jello shots. There you go.
I tried that. 165-inch something. Now there have to be a couple of them put together because otherwise nobody's got all that. They just can't.
All right, everybody. Everybody say goodbye.
Bye. Have a good weekend, everybody.